Dave.
Hey, how are you?
Good, Dave. Good to see you. How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Fantastic. So, how's the day so far?
It's a beautiful day here. It's gorgeous. It's a really nice fall day, and taking advantage. It's a Friday afternoon here, so I took advantage and just chilling out in the backyard today.
Fantastic, Dave. So, Dave, your fourth full-length album, Bombs and Battle Scars, was out on September 13th. So, would you like to tell me a bit on the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Yeah, so it's we came together again, and we had a collection of ideas over the years, and so just over time we started putting them together, and we liked what we were hearing, and we liked the direction that the band was going in the writing, how things were coming along, and there was never really no intention of putting out a record. It was just let's write some songs together and and see where it goes from there, and then before we knew it, we had a collection of songs. And then the discussions came of, okay, let's release a record. And Bombs and Battle Scars came from the trials and tribulations of the music industry over the many years we were involved. And it's like everything else, what you put in is what you get. And now we're at a point right now we're enjoying each other, enjoying the writing process, and enjoying talking to guys like you.
Fantastic, Dave. And Dave, speaking about the album, nine mind-blowing, awesome songs that you have put up in this album with the classic sounding of Sven Gali and also a bit modern sounding with for the band. So it's totally come out so beautiful, each and every song. Cannot
Oh,
ignore any particular song in this album. So each and every song beautifully done, great work, amazing vocals,
oh,
fantastic musicianship. Totally loving it. So I want to thank you guys so much for putting up this amazing album this year.
oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. We had a really good time doing it, and this time around, when you do your first record, and when there's always a lot of pressure. We when you start out as a band, you just write songs and you have fun and you play shows, and then as soon as you put your name on the dotted line to start doing records, there's always a little bit of pressure. And on Bombs and Battle Scars, we felt like we've gone back to the days of no pressure because we're writing for ourselves. And we're very happy that the people that listen to Sven Gali over the years and a lot of new fans are enjoying it also. So it makes it's a feel good record for us. It was
Beautiful,
we call it the therapy record.
beautiful. And did you guys do something special on September 13th on the day of the release?
You know what? I think yes, that was Friday, right? That was Friday the 13th. That's right. Yes, we played the El Macombo in Toronto. El Macombo is a famous club from way back in the day where like Rolling Stones played and all the bands like that played there. And we sold it out and had a really good night. And it was it was like we finally got there, and it was a good feeling that night. And we had a great time on stage, and the fans really appreciated the show. So it was good.
Beautiful. And speaking on the videos that you have released so far, you have put up videos for One Gun, Coming Home, and Monster, along with your live studio performance of Triumph's cover Spellbound. So,
Yes.
would you like to tell me a bit on this making of these videos?
Well, the neat thing about our band is that we do everything. So we take care of all the recording. We have John Howard and another gentleman that helps us on the production side and engineering. Andy from the guitar player of the band. He's starting to mix more of the music, but all of our videos are in-house also. So Sean, our bass player, he used to do this for a living, and we have all the equipment. And so we said, let's just make our own videos, and so it's you got the Svengali touch to it also. Everything we do from the recording to the videos has a bit of grind to it, a bit of edge. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking just to capture the band, good or bad, mistakes, whatever, and try to be as real as possible.
Beautiful, beautiful. And any particular reason Sven Gali choosing Triumph Spellbound?
So we started our recording career at Metalwork Studios in Mississauga, and that's where that actual song was recorded. And back in the day, we first walked into the studio, it was, it was a little intimidating because you're going into Triumph studio, but they were very welcoming to the band, and to the point where we felt very comfortable there and became friends with Gil, the drummer. So we've always liked the band Triumph. And when it came up to an idea of doing a cover of them, I chose the song from one of my favorite songs from back in the day when I was young. And when I heard that riff for the first time, I really liked it. So as soon as it came up, I knew what song I wanted to do right away. And I thought it was great that we re-recorded it at the studio where it was originally recorded. And behind the board was Gil and his wife, who the song is about. So it was a great afternoon there with those guys. And I think we're proud of that song. It turned out good.
Beautiful, beautiful. And any big worldwide touring plans for Sven Gali this time?
Well, we have been doing a lot of interviews in Europe and the United States, and we're gonna pick and choose where we want to go. We'd really like to get back to Europe, and we had a great time when we first started there, and we have a lot of fans there. So all that's getting put together. This is the time of year where all that gets put together. So we'll find out more in a couple months where we're heading next year.
Fantastic, fantastic. And a long career, I would say, for Sven Gali, starting way back with your debut album in '92 and again '93 and winding up and again coming back to the scene now. A big comeback in 2020 with the release of the album 3 and now with Battle Scars. So how do you feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
Well, it's been interesting. We've seen a lot in the time that we've been together. We've seen a lot in advancements in production. There's something we did the grind in a van, driving back and forth across Canada several times, playing every place that we could set up. So we've done that. And back then, you had to earn your following by playing live because social media did not exist. This didn't exist. So it was a different road back then. It was earned, very, very, it was earned, and you earned it by touring like crazy. Today, it's I find it easier to get the music out, and you worry about the quality of the music, or you're concerned about that, but getting the music out to the masses is I find a lot easier today, and you get fans from places that you would never expect, and that's the positive side of the technology today.
Do you like this generation, or do you feel more happier when it all started?
I like this generation, but there's something to be said for earning it on the road. This, that work ethic.
Yeah.
My family came from England here. A lot of Italians have moved to that work ethic that we had when we first landed. A lot of people from your country are here. That work ethic that we have. It seems the new generation of kids, they have it a little bit easier that way. So we know what it's like to put the time in. So I think that it's a benefit of where we were, and using today's technology it works out really well.
Fantastic. And getting back to the early ages of Sven Gali, like in those days, your songs were featured more on MTV's Headbanger Ball. But do you miss that those days now? Because it no longer exists for us.
Yes, I know. And that's what actually got us into music when we were young, watching, like, we like hard rock, obviously, but over the years our tastes have changed and we listen to everything, like all kinds of music. But back then I remember being young and trying to get home from school as fast as I could so I can put on the Headbangers Ball on the TV and watch it, and then from there go to band practice in the basement. So it was something to be said for those days. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I know you have shared stages with a lot of bigger bands, but what do you consider as the most special moments in your lifetime career?
Oh, for the band or for myself,
for yourself?
I think, I think for me is you, I started as when I was 14 years old, and I started singing, and and you'd always think, is it possible for somebody from a small town to go on to do something? And and I remember the moment where it really hit me. It wasn't making the record, it wasn't signing the record deal. It was walking out in front of 40,000 people on the Def Leppard tour. And we were doing summer shows with them across Canada. And I remember standing backstage and our intro was on, and I was looking at the guys, and it just hit me. And I started reflecting of when I was a young kid in a basement. And then we walked out onto that stage, and I think it was probably one of the best shows we ever did, because we all felt the same. And it was like that we're here type of moment. And although we're very humble, um, but it was like okay, we feel good about what we've done, and we proved a lot of people wrong.
Absolutely. And Dave, what's next for Sven Gali? What are the upcoming plans for the band?
Well, we're in the studio right now, actually. We've been recording. We've got a couple surprises coming out in the near future. There's a new video for Life Inside ready to go. That's on the album. And then we've done a couple, we've always appreciated where we came from and where we come from. And in regards to being a Canadian band. So we had the idea of after Spellbound, well, let's do some more Canadian covers of bands that influenced us or from our youth, and so we are working on a bunch of songs to release that are Canadian covers, and we actually have the original artists or people involved playing with us on the tracks. So it's like our hobby to do that, and we have something finished. And I think it's just in the final stages of the video editing, and we're looking to get that out before Christmas.
Beautiful, beautiful,
So
Dave.
yeah, and then but we'll always start releasing things now.
Great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah,
Awesome, awesome, Dave. And Dave, finally, any message that you have for the Sven Gali fans around the world?
we're coming. Just give us some time here, but we're coming, and we're very thankful to everybody for listening, and it's been a long time coming for us to come back and do this again, and we're very and happily surprised that rock still lives around the world, and there's a lot of rock fans out there that wanna keep it alive. So, and to guys like you, thank you so much for spreading the word. Without you guys, without people like you, it doesn't get out there. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave. And Dave, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you, and a real great pleasure for me to have you. And thanks so much for Bombs and Battle Scars, an amazing album. You guys just took me back to the younger days where all this happiness comes from, the passion comes from. So thanks for this awesomeness, and I'm wishing you all the best. And I'm really hoping someday I'll meet you on the road.
Yes, I'd love to meet you. And
Awesome. Thanks so much, Dave. Thank you, and have
okay,
a good day.
okay,
Bye-bye.
take care. Cheers.
Take care.
Bye
Cheers.
bye.
Bye.